For decades, luxury brands have captivated our imaginations, offering not just products but symbols of aspiration, heritage, and unparalleled quality. They promise an experience, a legacy, woven into the very fabric of our dreams. But what happens when that meticulously crafted promise begins to unravel? What if the very pillars of trust, exclusivity, and craftsmanship, which define the essence of luxury, start to crumble under the weight of deception, ethical missteps, or even sheer corporate greed? Today, we are revealing a hidden secret, but to illuminate a stark reality. We are going to explore how 15 iconic luxury brands are currently losing customers worldwide. This decline isn't merely a reflection of changing tastes or market shifts. Instead, it is a direct consequence of years of brand deception and strategic missteps finally catching up to them. This situation represents more than just declining sales figures. It signifies a profound crisis of authenticity, a betrayal of the very consumers who once championed these brands. Coming in at number 15 on our list, we find Balenciaga. Once celebrated as the darling of avant-garde fashion, this Kering-owned powerhouse plunged into a maelstrom of public outrage in late 2022. The controversy stemmed from their holiday campaign, which disturbingly featured children holding teddy bears adorned in BDSM-inspired gear. Adding to the gravity of the situation, the campaign imagery also included documents referencing a Supreme Court case related to child pornography. The backlash was immediate and unequivocally fierce, leading to widespread boycotts and a dramatic, precipitous drop in consumer trust. While the brand swiftly issued apologies and initiated lawsuits against the production company responsible, the damage, for many, was already irrevocably done. This incident transcended a mere marketing misstep. It was widely perceived as a profound ethical failure that shattered the illusion of sophisticated rebellion. Instead, it replaced that perception with a chilling sense of exploitation. Consequently, sales plummeted, and despite subsequent attempts at a quiet rebrand, the shadow of that profound deception continues to haunt their once unassailable image, leaving a deep and lasting scar on their relationship with a global audience that now unequivocally demands accountability. Moving to number 14, we encounter Dolce & Gabbana, a brand whose downfall in the crucial Chinese market serves as a stark, cautionary tale of cultural insensitivity and profound arrogance. In 2018, the brand released a series of promotional videos depicting a Chinese model awkwardly struggling to eat Italian food with chopsticks. This ill-conceived campaign was then compounded by alleged racist remarks made by co-founder Stefano Gabbana in leaked direct messages. The combination ignited an immediate and widespread firestorm of condemnation. The brand's highly anticipated The Great Show in Shanghai was abruptly canceled. Their products were swiftly pulled from major e-commerce platforms, and numerous celebrities publicly denounced the brand. Despite subsequent apologies, the damage to their reputation in China proved to be irreparable. This incident laid bare a deep-seated cultural disconnect and a perceived disrespect that Chinese consumers, a demographic absolutely vital to the global luxury market, simply would not tolerate. Years later, their market share in China remains significantly diminished, a powerful testament to how quickly a brand can fall from grace when it fundamentally betrays the values and sensitivities of its audience. At number 13 on our list, we find Victoria's Secret. For decades, this brand stood as the undisputed titan of lingerie, successfully selling a fantasy of unattainable perfection. However, their steadfast refusal to embrace body diversity and inclusivity, coupled with controversial remarks from former Chief Marketing Officer Ed Razek, who explicitly stated they would not feature plus-size or transgender models, alienated an entire generation of women. Adding to this erosion of trust, the brand's association with Jeffrey Epstein further tarnished its already struggling image. This confluence of factors led to a massive exodus of customers who felt unseen, unheard, and ultimately profoundly betrayed by a brand that once promised to make them feel beautiful. Despite a recent rebranding effort, which involved replacing their iconic angels with a more diverse collective, the deep-seated perception of an outdated, exclusionary, and even harmful brand identity persists. This makes it exceedingly difficult for Victoria's Secret to regain relevance and trust in a contemporary market that now champions authenticity, self-acceptance, and genuine representation. Next, at number 12, we turn our attention to Burberry. This quintessential British luxury house faced a massive public relations crisis in 2018 when a shocking revelation came to light. It was disclosed that the brand had systematically destroyed £28.6 million worth of unsold clothes, accessories, and perfumes over a period of 5 years. The stated reason was to protect their brand image and prevent these items from being sold at discounted prices. This admission, while not illegal in itself, ignited widespread outrage among environmentalists and consumers alike. Many viewed it as an egregious act of waste and a profound betrayal of fundamental sustainability principles. In an era where conscious consumption has become paramount, Burberry's actions were perceived as deeply irresponsible and entirely out of touch with modern values. While the brand has since publicly pledged to cease this practice and invest in recycling initiatives, the memory of their destructive past continues to linger. This makes it increasingly difficult for environmentally conscious consumers to fully trust their stated commitment to ethical and sustainable practices. At number 11, we turn our attention to Gucci. Once considered the epitome of Italian glamour and edgy cool, Gucci has recently faced increasing criticism for both oversaturation and a perceived decline in the quality of its offerings. Under the creative direction of Alessandro Michele, the brand certainly experienced a meteoric rise in popularity. However, the relentless pace of new collections and the widespread proliferation of their distinctive logos inadvertently led to a feeling of ubiquity rather than exclusivity. Consumers began to voice complaints about the quality of materials and craftsmanship, noting that these often did not match the escalating price tags, particularly evident in their leather goods. The emotional connection to a unique, aspirational brand began to erode as Gucci started to feel more like a mass-market phenomenon. This dilution of its luxury status, coupled with a few controversial design choices, has prompted many discerning customers to seek out more genuinely exclusive and quality-focused alternatives. Number 10 brings us to Tiffany Co. The iconic blue box once symbolized timeless elegance and unparalleled craftsmanship, particularly in the realm of engagement rings. However, since its acquisition by LVMH in 2021, many longtime customers feel the brand has lost some of its intrinsic soul. There is a growing perception of a distinct shift towards more commercial, trend-driven designs, accompanied by a slight decline in the meticulous attention to detail that once defined their exquisite pieces. The emotional resonance of a Tiffany purchase, often deeply tied to significant life events, has been subtly undermined by a feeling that the brand is now prioritizing volume and celebrity endorsements over its storied heritage. While LVMH aims to rejuvenate the brand, the traditional clientele, who valued its understated luxury and unwavering quality, often experience a sense of betrayal, witnessing their beloved brand morph into something less unique and more akin to mass-market luxury. At number 9, we delve into the world of horology with Rolex. While still highly coveted and a symbol of prestige, Rolex faces a unique form of customer alienation, stemming from its artificial scarcity model. The brand intentionally produces fewer watches than the actual market demand, thereby creating a massive gray market where prices frequently far exceed retail. This strategy, while undoubtedly boosting perceived value and exclusivity, deeply frustrates genuine enthusiasts and first-time buyers who are compelled to wait years on interest lists or pay exorbitant premiums to unauthorized dealers. The emotional experience of acquiring a Rolex, has consequently shifted from one of achievement and celebration to one of frustration and, often, exploitation. Many loyal customers feel betrayed by a system that appears to prioritize speculative investors over genuine collectors, leading to a growing resentment and a search for brands that offer a more transparent and respectful purchasing journey. Following closely at number 8 is Patek Philippe. Similar to Rolex, Patek Philippe has masterfully perfected the art of scarcity, yet their approach often comes across as even more exclusive and, for some, bordering on arrogant. The brand's notoriously long waiting lists for popular models, sometimes extending over a decade, and the perceived necessity of having an established purchase history to even be considered for certain pieces, alienates a significant portion of potential high-net-worth buyers. While this strategy undeniably maintains extreme exclusivity, it also constructs a barrier that feels less like aspiration and more like an insurmountable hurdle. Many feel that the brand's unwavering focus on preserving its ultra-elite status has come at the cost of fostering a genuine connection with a broader base of passionate collectors, leading to a quiet but growing disillusionment among those who feel the brand is more interested in its own mystique than in its loyal clientele. Number 7 on our list is Coach. Once a respected American leather goods brand, Coach, now part of Tapestry Incorporated, has struggled significantly with a profound brand dilution. Their aggressive strategy of opening numerous outlet stores and consistently offering deep discounts has severely eroded its luxury image. What was once an aspirational brand became accessible to everyone, everywhere, often at significantly reduced prices. This overcommercialization led directly to a perception of lower quality and a distinct loss of exclusivity. Consumers who paid full price for a Coach bag in a boutique felt a sense of betrayal when they subsequently saw the same styles, or very similar ones, available at a fraction of the cost in an outlet mall. The emotional value of owning a Coach item diminished, as it no longer signified a certain status, prompting many to abandon the brand in favor of those that maintain stricter control over their distribution and pricing strategies. Next, at number 6, we have Ralph Lauren. This iconic American brand, renowned for its preppy, aspirational lifestyle, has also fallen victim to brand dilution through extensive licensing. While the Polo Ralph Lauren line generally maintains its strong appeal, the proliferation of various sub-brands and licensed products, ranging from home goods and fragrances to lower-tier apparel, has created a confusing and often inconsistent brand image. The quality across these diverse lines can vary significantly, leading consumers to question the overall integrity of the Ralph Lauren name. The emotional connection to a cohesive, high-quality lifestyle brand has been fractured, as the brand's ubiquity and inconsistent offerings make it feel less special and more like a mass-market conglomerate. This lack of clear differentiation has led many to seek out brands that offer a more focused and consistently luxurious experience. At number 5, we turn to Chanel. The French luxury giant, while still immensely powerful, faces growing resentment from its loyal customer base due to relentless and often drastic price hikes. Over the past few years, the cost of their iconic handbags, such as the classic flap, has soared, sometimes by double-digit percentages in a single year, far outpacing inflation. While Chanel claims this is necessary to maintain exclusivity and quality, many consumers perceive it as pure profiteering, especially when some also report a perceived decline in the quality of materials or craftsmanship in certain items. The emotional investment in a Chanel piece, once seen as a timeless heirloom, now feels like a constantly moving target, making it inaccessible for many who once aspired to own it. This aggressive pricing strategy, coupled with a perceived lack of transparency, has led to a growing sense of betrayal among longtime devotees. Number 4 on our list is Louis Vuitton. As the world's most valuable luxury brand, Louis Vuitton, another LVMH powerhouse, has struggled with the double-edged sword of its own success, oversaturation and perceived quality control issues. The ubiquitous monogram, once a symbol of travel and luxury, is now seen by some as simply too common, thereby diminishing its exclusivity. Furthermore, despite its high price point, there have been increasing complaints from customers regarding the durability and craftsmanship of certain items, particularly in comparison to older pieces. The emotional connection to a brand built on heritage and meticulous artistry is strained when consumers feel they are paying premium prices for items that do not always meet the expected standard of quality. This perceived decline in craftsmanship, coupled with its widespread availability, has led many to question the true value and exclusivity of their purchases. At number 3, we have Prada. This Italian fashion house has faced its share of controversies, particularly around cultural appropriation. In 2018, the brand pulled a line of accessories featuring monkey-like figures with exaggerated red lips, which were widely criticized for resembling blackface. While Prada apologized and subsequently established an advisory council, the incident highlighted a perceived lack of cultural awareness and sensitivity within the brand. Beyond this, some critics argue that Prada's aesthetic has become inconsistent, oscillating between minimalist chic and more experimental, sometimes polarizing designs. This lack of a clear, consistent brand message, combined with ethical missteps, has led to a sense of confusion and disillusionment among consumers who once admired its intellectual and sophisticated approach to fashion, making them question the brand's true values. Next, at number 2, we find Versace. Once synonymous with bold glamour and unapologetic sensuality, Versace has struggled to maintain its distinct identity in a rapidly evolving luxury landscape. There is a perception that the brand has become overly reliant on celebrity endorsements and flashy marketing, sometimes at the expense of innovative design and genuine craftsmanship. While still a red carpet staple, some critics argue that its collections lack the groundbreaking vision of its founder, Gianni Versace, and that the brand has become somewhat predictable. This perceived loss of creative edge, coupled with a feeling that the brand is chasing trends rather than setting them, has led many discerning fashion enthusiasts to view Versace as less relevant and less genuinely luxurious, causing a quiet but steady exodus of customers seeking more authentic and forward-thinking design. Finally, at number 1, we have Fendi. This Italian luxury house, known for its fur and leather goods, has faced increasing scrutiny over perceived quality issues in some of its more accessible lines and a general feeling of overcommercialization. While their haute couture and iconic peekaboo bags remain highly coveted, there is a growing sentiment among consumers that some of their ready-to-wear and smaller leather accessories do not always justify their exorbitant price tags in terms of material quality or construction. The brand's expansion into numerous product categories and collaborations, while boosting sales, has also diluted the perception of its artisanal exclusivity. For many, the emotional connection to Fendi, once rooted in its unparalleled craftsmanship and heritage, has been weakened by a feeling that the brand is prioritizing commercial reach over the meticulous attention to detail that once defined its luxury status, leaving customers feeling that the magic and the value is slowly fading. The stories of these 15 luxury brands serve as a powerful reminder that in the world of high-end goods, trust is, without question, the ultimate luxury. When that trust is broken, whether through ethical failures, strategic missteps, or a perceived decline in quality, even the most iconic empires can falter and begin to crumble. Consumers today are more informed, more ethically conscious, and more demanding than ever before. They seek not just a product, but a promise of authenticity, integrity, and enduring value. The brands that fail to uphold this promise, that betray the emotional investment of their clientele, will inevitably continue to see their once loyal customers walk away, seeking true luxury elsewhere. What do you think about these brands? Have you experienced a similar disappointment with a luxury purchase? Share your thoughts and stories in the comments below. If you found this deep dive insightful, please hit that like button, subscribe to our channel for more content that challenges the status quo, and share this video with anyone who believes that true luxury is built on more than just a price tag.